Everyone starts on Reclamation. Was this the mandatory first map? Like everyone on this matchup actually started with Reclamation, I think. Okay, nevertheless, welcome back to the DeVoid Premium 2v2 tournament, where all the DeVoid peeps, community people who are playing StarCraft 2, are just brawling it out, seeing who is the best teammate, who is which is the best team, and who is who. We are here watching. Actually, there is a Zerg. We are watching Fairespiter playing Zerg in red colors here on the left top corner, and his teammate BlackKnight playing Protoss in the purple colors here on the middle section. It's more like top side middle thing. On the opposite side middle, we have in the blue colors Raki playing Terran, and his teammate in the green colors playing Protoss. We have Flashback. Okay, we have seen Flashback and Raki actually playing. I think they both are playing like their main races also, I believe. There's actually BlackKnight sending his probe for scouting purposes. Has Flashback done the same? Yes, he has. Okay, some harassment, some scouting, that's happening. Everything is fine and dandy. Nevertheless, we have seen Raki and Flashback going for some interesting siege tank leapfrog stalker, blink stalker push, which might be something we see in one of these games, because that has, I believe it has that build and that order has like 100% win rate, because we saw it 2 times and both times they won a map with it. I don't know if they have gone like, maybe they have gone like secretly for like, I don't know, like 2 times in a row for this build. It's actually one base build, so that could be something that comes out of them. But yeah, it looks like that's gonna be exactly it, because they are not planning to take a naturals. And Raki actually is going for Tech Lab on his factory, and he's going for double factory. So it looks like that's gonna be it. While BlackKnight actually is going for proxy. Ay ay ay, caramba. There is a lot of Zerglings being built here from Fairespiter here. He has cotton drones, he's just providing links, he's making speed. Meanwhile, BlackKnight has proxied semi-flower, I would say it's like 3 gates, 3 proxy gates. Raki has already siege tank coming up, and Flashback is going for sentry. He energy boosted it, and he's sending his Phoenix out hallucinated. He sees a lot of links on the way. I don't know if he spotted them, but that shows aggression. He's actually pumping some immortals out. Getting some stalkers. There is no natural for, yep, the ping is happening, that the building is being built. There is a lot of stalkers being warped in, and links are meeting power of the siege tank upstairs. Raki actually is going for 1 cyclone. Eesh, that was late force field. Unfortunately, a lot of links got in the Flashback's base. He's trying to kite out, but he force fielded another time, not with much success, but Raki is now in danger. His siege tank is falling down to the 1 pile, and there is another pile of links coming in. Unfortunately, siege tank, nope, it survives. All right, there comes the power. The siege tanks did their job, and looks like Flashback is going to shut down the proxy of BlackKnight by all means. BlackKnight is going for natural. Meanwhile, the Fairespiter is rebuilding a lot of links, and BlackKnight is falling back, and Raki is showing where they are planning to push. The push is happening. The cyclone was sent in front. Unfortunately, that's gonna go down to the much of speed links. Some more stalkers joining in, but Flashback has his own stalkers here. Well, they shut down the pylon, and looks like BlackKnight is planning to send a probe to rebuild said pylon, which was shut down. Lings catch out the immortals here. One of them goes down, one of them was saved by the war prism. Stalkers are surrounded, and looks like Raki's another siege tank has gone down to the BlackKnight stalker. And looks like their aggression, their push of leapfrogging siege tanks were countered heavily here. And BlackKnight successfully is powering back the gateways, and Raki's siege tanks actually were surrounded. There are like a couple of Hellions now protecting against Ling, which is really good because Hellions are really good against Ling, and Raki is actually going for his own natural. Do they know about this proxy being re-established? Not yet, but here comes the Flashback with the War Prism, and he pretty much finds out the situation. This is very interesting, and he's moving out with the sentries and adepts to actually take out whatever is here. There are Lings here. That could be really painful catch out if that happens. There it goes. Not it getting force fielded, so the adepts were force fielded in really good position, so these Zerglings cannot get onto them. Raki almost pushed his siege tanks into a bunch of Lings, which could have been people, and BlackKnight's proxy is once again disabled. Lings are pushing in. Flashback is actually recalling instead of force fielding out. I believe that the guild was on the much and many stalkers joining in, but Raki has 5 siege tanks now firing away on the possible proxy. So I think BlackKnight will give up on that proxy. The Hellions chase some Zerglings away, and meanwhile, well, Fairespiter is going for the third base. He's going for Roach Warren, Roach Speed. His teammate BlackKnight is going for Storms and finishing Blink upgrades. Meanwhile, Flashback is just building another immortal. Has not started his natural while Raki is on the natural. He's researching Blue Flame, and he's going for a couple of Cyclones on the back of it. And they are still thinking about aggression here. There is an Overlord of Fairespiter. I always misspell that name. Jesus. Sorry. That's just... I'm bad. Nevertheless, they are pushing once again. Now there will be Storms, now there will be Roaches, and there will be Ravagers. The question is, what path does Raki choose? There's already Lings ready to make a surround. So Lings are really strong against siege tanks, and Ravager can bile down the siege tanks who are sieged up in vulnerable positions. So it's best if siege tanks are not sieged in the same position, because that could be really painful for the siege tanks. Raki is sieging them up on the bottom side, and now he's driving them up on the top side. There is a storm, one storm, there is another storm. There is a couple of biles going down. Those are trying to target down the immortals instead of siege tanks. And there is, the push is kind of okay-ish, I would say. Biles are missing here, and the siege tanks are leapfrogged forward. So now the probes are pulled, the Zerglings are pulled, the biles are pulled. There comes all the army. All the siege tanks pretty much has gone down, except pretty much all that's left is a couple of Raki's SCVs repairing themselves, and Flashback's army of couple of stalkers and whatever. There's a couple of Hellions coming in, which is a good move. And they have successfully killed all, or BlackKnight's probes were sacrificing themselves for greater good. Raki comes in with a couple of siege tanks here, and he has 3 Hellbats with the Blue Flame, which could be really good. The Biles take down the siege tanks together with Ravagers, but there is still big firepower here from both Flashback and Raki, and they have pushed the natural down, so they have killed the natural of BlackKnight. And now pretty much there is like 8 Roaches, 8 Lings being made from the Zerg player over here, and there's like 5 Blink Stalkers coming up from the out of the BlackKnight, but I think they are on back foot right now. because the ball of the flashback is pretty big here. Raki actually is building Thors and going for +1 vehicle weapons because why not? Flashback is warping in from his warp prism and there is nothing that can shut it down except if there would be Ravagers. The question is, where are the roaches? There's the Ravagers. Where are more roaches? There are 6 more roaches. There's a couple of like 3-4 Ravagers, which is really good. That can snipe down the warp prism. But also there is a Flash BlackKnight. I think he has a blink. Yeah, he has a blink, so technically he can just blink in and try to shut down this supporting unit. Instead, there's gonna be Biles. Flashback successfully saves it. And runs away. He makes it once again, and Raki is joining in with the siege tank. This time, yeah, the Raki arrives with a Thor, which is sacrificed for the Blink Stalkers of Flashback, but and Prison for Flashback also has been gone down. Sacrificed for the Blink Stalkers, the Thor was to the BlackKnight, and the Flashback lost his War Prism. Yeah, that's the correct. But GG is called. Fairespiter is out, BlackKnight is out. Yep, they have successfully taken down the 3rd and 2nd base, and Flashback and Raki takes game 1. Alrighty then. Welcome back to 2v2 tournament group stages. This is Group D. Matchup between these guys. So in the red colors playing Zerg, we have Fairespiter, and his teammate in the purple colors playing Protoss. We have BlackKnight, and the opposite side in the blue colors playing Terran, we have Raki, and his teammate in the green colors playing Protoss. We have Flashback. Yeah, this is the tournament when most of the DeVoid community peeps who are playing StarCraft 2 were invited or were having a chance to participate in. There is a prize money on the table about this. Whoever wins is winning actually some prize money. And yeah, all the guys were excited to pair up into twos and duke it out. And we can see which are the best teams, which are the best teammates, what are their gameplays, what are their strategies, their tactics, and how they deal with the situations which they come in with. Well, BlackKnight is opening with pretty much walling off the top of the ramp here with double gates, while Fairespiter, his teammate, is going for natural. Meanwhile, Raki and Flashback has decided to wall off the whole gap here before the natural, which is one of the advantages, I would say, or one of the specifics of this map. So it has this like pocket 2 bases where both teams here can, under this ramp, can take the naturals, and then there are this gap. There is this place where the Reapers can jump up, so technically only one who can build Reapers could be Raki, and there is the possibility. There is pinging happening, so that means the teams are deciding which will build what. A Flashback has a probe here for some reason. I don't know if he didn't get successfully in or what is the issue, but it is there. Raki is had built a marine, and he is shooting down the Overlord. Now Flashback is joining in with a Stalker. And probe of BlackKnight also is getting down, so after scouting that has been denied. Raki is lifting barracks to get that Overlord down, and there are their first wins, so that's like 150 minerals in one probe, and one Overlord is in their pocketses, as one would say. That's wonderful. Well, Raki is opening 1-1-1. Meanwhile, BlackKnight actually is going for starport, so that might mean some aggression here. He's opening 2 gates. He's going for adepts and warp gate, which means that he might be going for some harassment with an adepts and then follow it up with an oracle. He's actually going for the second base, and Fair is already on the third base duties. There's BlackKnight already having 2 of the adepts out. There's 2 more adepts on the way home already, because, well, I guess they decided not to go for it. There is mine being burrowed by Raki, and I believe that's like 4 adepts, isn't it? Yeah, that's 4 adepts for BlackKnight, so his aggression for that case has been gone down. Flashback actually also has a Stargate, and he's also building an Oracle, so that's gonna be Oracle on both sides of teams. Raki, meanwhile, is actually opening Tech Lab, and he's going for Banshee, for Cloak Banshee. He's supply blocked though, unfortunately. That was not lifted supply depot. Mine got shot off. Those adepts are pretty much very low HP. They got 1 SCV kill, I believe. There is another. And there is Oracle here. Technically there is Siege Tank and Marines. He's warping into the main base of Flashback over here. Those adepts did successfully get 3 SCVs, 1 probe, and actually they shot down the mine. This was followed up by Fairespiter, who just killed the walled off thing, the supply depot here for Rakinishu. He is sieging his siege tank, and he's lying out with his Banshee to do some harassment. Fairespiter actually is going for the 4th base, so that's really fast economical growth for the Zerg player here, who is going for Banes. He's going for +1 upgrades. That's Banes there. He has already layer done. Oracle has successfully gotten 4 kills into the main base, I believe, of Rakinishu. He has a lot of SCVs that has gone down in the midst of all of this. Maybe it was done by another Oracle. Might have been double Oracles. Let's check if that's lost. No, it wasn't double Oracles. It was 1 Oracle, but it was a lot of SCVs lost. Flashback actually is going for big gateway explosion. What is he planning to do? And he's actually building also hidden planetary. No, but not the planetary fleet beacon on the other side of map, which is weird, interesting and weird set of actions here. So it's like 2 base aggression, but not really. Now he's building Twilight Council, so fleet beacon might mean some tempests or some carriers or something like that, or mothership even. Maybe that's the plan, and indeed that is the plan. Flashback is going for mothership. I think he was going for mothership before. It was some similar strategy, so he flew his mothership somewhere in the corner and just flew in the main base and just summoned all the units there. Banshee is here. It has not gained any kills, any drone kills. And there was Blink Stalkers. I think it's Blink, no? Yeah, it's Blink Stalkers and Hydras defending, so it just lost his energy and use of himself shooting on the 1 more hatchery of Zerg. Well, looks like Fairespiter is just expanding like crazy. He has 6th base coming up, and he's just making Link Bane Hydra +1 armor. There is another hidden Banshee, but it will be revealed because energy is down, and there is Blink Stalkers, Lings and Hydras just moving right to the opposite side of map. So this wall off is all these guys have. They have a big ball of units though. They have 5 siege tanks, but they will meet the aggression which is coming for them right now. The mothership is out, I believe, already, and it's joining the fray. Will it show itself off or will it not, is the question. Do the opponents know about it? There's actually War Prism also together with the mothership. I guess, yeah, it's like actually being planted above the army of the guys. There's 3 Dropper Lords being warped in. Where they are? That's over here. That might be Dropper Lord plan for something, I don't know. There is Charge being researched for the both sides of plays. Flashback actually is in front of it. He has a lot of gateways, so that was kind of to be expected. They are the Stalkers from BlackKnight. Now the mothership has been sort of confirmed that that's it. There has been confirmed that there is Charge. and this push has been held, I would say, if that was a push even. And now there are rocks in the midst, in the middle of all of these guys. There's some Lings, some Banes joining in the fight, but I think Fairespiter can definitely just max out because he has so much economy. He's like 84 workers, he's like fully maxed out without a fuss over here. And yeah, they are being shooed away right now. Fairespiter is going for +2/+1. BlackKnight is getting some thermal lens upgrades, the range upgrades. There's actually there is a surround coming in here. BlackKnight actually took this base. I didn't spot it because the minimap is similar color. And now there is a big surround of this army. Well, the Banes are going to destroy every siege tank actually, and Lings and whatnot. The mothership successfully hides some parts of the units, but there are these overseers which are just able to just fly next to it and reveal all the stuff for the blink stalkers here for the teammate, for BlackKnight. But I think if anyone, the Fairespiter will be the first one to remax. Queen is taking her part actually on doing the damage to mothership. Who is the better mother? Mother of the swarm or mother of the Protoss? And mothership goes down. That's the aggression being held. And the problem is that there is a lot of Lings here that was backstabbed because they were dropper lord, right? There was a dropper lord with the Lings. They took down a lot of SCVs, I believe, here for Raki. Some of them were pulled here and might have gone for some more for his teammate. I missed that. Sorry for that. That happens. But here comes the aggression, the true aggression of BlackKnight and Fairespiter, and their economy is a much better state than their opponents right now, I would say. BlackKnight is Flashback is trying to rebuild his mothership. There is siege tank sieged, so that's a pretty good protection. But they are choking themselves on 2 bases, or they will be choked pretty much on the 2 base out of any more economy. Flashback is taking, no, BlackKnight is taking his 4th base. Fairespiter is establishing his 6th still. Here comes the Hellbats, some siege tanks, but siege tanks will fall down because the Lings are quite enough and they have +2 upgrades, so that's quite big enough force. Raki calls GG, Flashback calls GG, and the game is over in favor of Fairespiter and BlackKnight. I hope everything went alright there, because now we are arriving at the deciders match of Group D. Who wins this is going to go into playoffs. Who loses, well, no playoffs for you. Unfortunately, that's how it is. This is the DeVoid 2v2 Premium Tournament. These are the DeVoid community people just brawling it out in 2v2 on the StarCraft 2, and they are in the decider match right now. There is a lot of pings happening. That's cool. So in the upper corner, on the right corner, we have Fairespiter in red colors playing Zerg and his teammate. BlackKnight playing Protoss in purple. On the opposite corner, on the left bottom corner in green, we have Protoss player Flashback and his teammate in the blue playing Terran. We have Raki, also known as Raki Nishu. The wall ops are very interesting. It seems these guys didn't decide which exactly thing they want to wall off, because this map, Breakwater Ladder Edition, is providing you ramp to the main base and then 2 entrances to the natural, which is quite common in these 2v2 maps. So technically it could be like walling here. Each race can do that, especially if it's a Protoss and Terran. But these guys decided that they don't know. Anyways, Raki is opening Reaper, that's Barracks, and he is going for Command Center. Flashback is kind of walling himself off with the Gateway and Cybernetic Skull. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, We have BlackKnight is walling off the top side of the ramp because he's the only one who can wall off, and that's double gateway into Cybercore, and there is double pylon. Let's see what these guys will pull off this time. Excuse me. So the first game, Raki and Flashback was about to pull off their one base Alinish kind of build for siege tanks and blink stalkers with war prism, like one base Alin, but they were met with the proxy gates and a lot of speed links. It looks like Flashback is going for full wall off with a Stargate and another gateway here, which is spotted by Fairespiter, and there is Marine here, but he is on pylon successfully. That's double adepts versus Raki Nishu's Reaper, which is not gonna be successful stuff, and there is two links here joining in this squad, which could be really big aggression if not held correctly. The SCV is going down. The adepts will not be able to shade in here or do any damage except just scratch the wall of Flashback. Now they are shading in, but there is already some forces. One more SCV, I believe, or that was Marine that goes down. Reaper is kiting them, peeling them around, and adepts from Flashback are dealing with adepts of BlackKnight. More links are coming in. That trade, I believe, might have actually gone in favor of Fairespiter and BlackKnight, whom are both going for the third bases, I believe. No, that's natural of BlackKnight, and that's the third base of Fairespiter. What are the strategies looking like? Well, there are spores being built, so they believe that there might be oracles coming from BlackKnight. Although he likes to build that proxy fleet beacon into mothership, so that's one thing. But BlackKnight from the Flashback with BlackKnight is actually building one oracle and might be going into another one. He's going for Twilight Council right now. Flashback actually is going for Glaive's research, which means that he's doing the gateway explosion, and it might be like two base kind of aggression with Glaive the Adept, and looks like Raki is joining it in with some Marine and Hellbat maybe force. It might be like Hellbat Marine, Glaive the Adept with Medivacs, something like that sort of thing. Well, Fairespiter is going for the fourth base. BlackKnight meanwhile is ravaging on Raki Nishu's mineral lane with his oracle, successfully gaining kills. It's like 5 SCVs killed, 1, 2, 3 Marines, actually 4 Marines, and no more defenses are here. Oh, Stalker finishes the job. That's like 4 Marines and 5 SCVs. That's a big loss, I believe, for this team on the left bottom corner here. Yeah, it's only 1 Oracle down, 4 Adepts and 2 Zerglings, but there's like 10 Workers down. Almost like 5 Marines and 1 Adept. That's scary. Fairespiter is checking out if there are any third bases being planted by these guys. Raki decided to wall off his natural, and they finally see the snooping overlord, which was just scouting out all the information. Well, Raki Nishu, you cannot kill it with your Reaper. That's not gonna happen. But it has shown that there is many of adepts here from the Flashback coming out. So what is the defenses? Well, BlackKnight is going for Blink research. He has Blink Stalkers. He's exploding in gateways. He has Robotics Bay. It could be twisted into Colossi. Yeah, that could be, but there is War Prism first, and there's a lot of Stalkers being built, and there is a lot of links. Actually, Fairespiter is going for Hydras. He's going for Hive. He's going for Lurkers really fast. But Glaive Adepts for this kind of defense are really good, so it might be 4th base going down right now as we speak, which is given up by Fairespiter for sure. Black Knight is going in with more Stalkers for defense. And Raki Nishu, I don't know where is his army. He's joining in really slowly. I don't know where is his army, to be honest. Indeed, there's only Marines being joined here. There are a lot of Hellions. Oh, they were in drop. It was Hellion drop here in the main base for Black Knight, and I think they got some kills there. Now the adepts are shading into the natural. This is maybe not really the best idea. It could have stayed on the third base, because this is surrounded with the Stalkers and Hydras and some Lings, and that's enough destruction power to get rid of that. Raki is coming in with some Hellions, Marines, joining the fray. The War Prism of Flashback were sniped down, so there will be no supporting army from him. Meanwhile, Stalkers and a lot of Hydras are joining the battle, and they are defending the push. Hellions are still here. They are trying to do some damage. I don't know how much kills they got. It's like 1 kill, 2 kills. There's Colossi already out pretty much by the Black Knight, so that's also a good defense. Well, Raki and Flashback has successfully killed like 8-9 workers. It's one more than their opponents has killed, but the 33 adepts is the big sacrifice here, and War Prism was lost on the way. And they are still only on 2 bases, while Fairespiter is already technically on 3rd, and looks like Black Knight is going for his 3rd, and Fire is re-establishing his 4th. So that's gonna be really powerful. There's a lot of probes here, just doing nothing. There is a ball of Zerglings and Hydras from Zerg player here. Hydras have +1 range, they have movement speed upgrade. Black Knight has thermal lens, blink stalkers. Raki actually has 1/1 for his bio ball, which is I expected that there was not as much upgrades as they are, but Black Knight Flashback unfortunately has only his glaive upgrades, and that's it. They looks like they're gonna go for aggression. Fairespiter had his overlord in really good position once again, so that's giving heads up that there is coming another attack for the 4th base of the Zerg player. First Black Knight is poking in. He has Colossi, which is going to be really... There is a little bit of a choke over here, which has been given towards the Raki and Flashback. They are going... Raki is keeping chasing. They are not stopping for some reason. Yeah, Flashback is stopping here. But there is some aggression. There are Lurkers and Hydras attacking right now the natural of the base. The Black Knight having his War Prism. Lurkers are knocking on the doors. Yes, you got the 4th base, but there comes the Lurker power, which is killing off everything in your natural. And there is no scouting information, I believe, for Raki Nishu right now. There is no Raven, there is no Oracle, I believe, also coming, or Observer from the Robotics Bay, if there is any, from Flashback. They are going for the natural, but they were defended completely here, so yeah, they just... The aggression here from the Raki and Flashback has been held by Fairespiter and Black Knight, well, pretty much by Black Knight alone, I believe. And meanwhile, the Lurkers are just doing a lot of damage. There is no naturals here for the both players. They both have been lost to this push. So that was really strong push. Raki is evacuating his natural pretty much, but I don't know how far it can get. He can fly here, but there is already Zergling spotting if anything is happening. Flashback is going for... There's 2 mines, that's cool. Flashback might be going for this drop, but that's not gonna happen. There are Vipers, Stalkers and Hydralisks onto the case, so they're going to get pulled in, and that's not gonna go anywhere. That's being yoinked terribly, and Raki's natural is burning down. I think the Black Knight might have lost whatchamacallit, his War Prism, but yeah, he's rebuilding it right now. But Raki cannot land his natural or do any economical. There is a lot of Vipers over here, no, but a lot of Lurkers over here that are dealing a lot of damage. And that's a GG card, and Fairespiter and BlackKnight is taking game number 3. They are moving forward to the playoffs.